So you want an RV made for full-time living? Well, there aren't many options better than the 3810 Master Suite Montana here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we have this awesome monster in stock and available, all you need to do is visit the link in the video description that says check for price and availability. One click and you can see if we have one in stock, you can see how we have it equipped, and you can see what we're asking free of hidden dealer fees, because we don't do the hidden dealer fee game. We actually publish fair market pricing. So all that necessary stuff out of the way. Oh man, grab your hat and hold on. This is going to be a fun one. So I wanted this floor plan last year. We had so many other big Montanas in stock. We just physically ran out of space here at the dealership, and unfortunately this one didn't make the cut last year, and I knew it was a mistake. I knew we should have made room for this one, and obviously you know, the big boss felt the same because we got this one brought in here this year. Like I said, I can't think of many things that are better fit for full-time living than this big front master suite right here. So you know, like all Montanas, you have that full huge drop frame pass-through storage. A lot of big fifth wheels have that. I do like the Montana Force Air heats that cavity, and your central vacuum dump is actually down in there instead of in the kitchen. That's fairly common though. The front nose cap is all automotive painted. Montana, well, Keystone actually, owns their own paint shop. They actually bought a diesel pusher paint shop from another manufacturer just to paint their own caps, because they have that much volume that in just nose caps they can keep an entire factory busy painting nose caps, whereas an entire RV production brand use that for paint packages. That's crazy. Now, this is unusual in that it is warranted for full-time living, and that is something most RVs don't cover. So again, if you're looking for a full-time RV, you better look for one that has a full-time living warranty, and that's what Montana does. They've been building it better for years. They've been the #1 fifth wheel in their class, or #1 fifth wheel overall, period, for the last 15 years, and currently for the last 2 years they've been #1 overall. And the margin's growing. That's the thing. No one's gaining on Montana. Montana's pulling away from everyone because of their amazing ingenuity on stuff like this. Their that 3-year structural warranty that you see here, and understand that not all 3-year structural warranties are created equal. Keystone has come out with the most aggressive, comprehensive 3-year structural warranty on the market, plus the full-time living warranty. It's hard to find something with a better warranty coverage for you than this. The Road Armor suspension and pin box system here, the idea behind this is that you've got a shock dampening pivoting pin box that you know, it helps take out some of that chucking and bucking going down the road, and that works in conjunction with the Road Armor suspension package that basically does the same thing, except instead of up and down or front to back, it goes the other direction. Big front storage compartment. Now this one that you're looking at, remember, this is not necessarily the 3810 that we have in stock. Oh, by the way, the 3810, the 3811, they're the exact same thing. 3810 has a gas electric RV fridge that's better for traveling and has an automatic backup to the gas connection, whereas the 3811 is a residential only or residential gas or electric only refrigerator that it's not proven as reliable in transit. They're not, you know, RV refrigerators are made to go down the road. Residential refrigerators are not. And God forbid you're at a park, because someone's going to say, yeah, but the electric's better at a park. Well, I don't know. They're both 18 cubic foot. And if you lose power, the gas electric has an automatic backup. So I'm still kind of in favor of that. We've got 6-point hydraulic automatic leveling with vehicle hitch height memory. 16-inch G-rated tires on this beast. This is, I mean, made for a high, I don't care if you're going to park or if you're going to tow, it's made for that kind of use. And perhaps you noticed that upstairs super slide. That's what makes the whole master suite work, because it has a giant bed, bath, upper deck super slide. So it's a triple super slide. It's awesome. You see the roof line, how it wraps over. That's because this has double vaulted roof trusses, which are stronger structurally. It moves that seam from an area of high stress to low stress where the roof meets the wall, and there's no insulation gaps in those roof rafters so that you don't get any condensation sweat lines along the sidewalls. You've got a 2-inch accessory receiver hitch built on the back here, so if you want to add bike racks or something, you're good. You see the air conditioner on the back. You'll see one all the way up front too. This has dual 15,000 BTU whisper quiet centralized air conditioning. So it's not just the living room that has the quiet cool, it's living room and bedroom, and they're both tied in the centralized air ducting system. So you have a 30,000 BTU central AC system here that's dual whisper quiet. In this class, you'll tend to find sometimes a 30,000, but most commonly you get a 15 on the back and a 13.5 up front. Sometimes you'll get dual 15s, but you don't typically, at this class and price point, like I said, specifically these dollars, run into dual whisper quiet air. Typically you still have a non-quiet cool bedroom AC for Montana money. And that's the thing, by standardizing everything, Montana is the best at, because every RV is the best for a different reason, ladies and gentlemen. Montana is the best at doing exactly what needs to be done, where it needs to be done, extremely, extremely well. Like the dual power awnings here. Montana was really one of the very first to just hard across the line bring diesel pusher features to a towable fifth wheel product, like this outside entertainment center. You'll see more of those aspects of diesel pushers inside, like the ceiling fixture and the dinette and whatnot. So we've got built-in outdoor entertainment, and you can see that it swings out. All of our baggage doors you're noticing are magnet latched and slam latches, so everything is simple and easy. Montana's are and have been 0 to 100 degree rated, so I guess you call that 4 seasons, you know, because not every manufacturer actually tests their products. They don't cold chamber them. Montana does. And these have been proven reliable since 2005. Now, your step system here, the MORryde step above system, it's not that the other system, I don't remember what the name of it, isn't good. MORryde, in my opinion, is better. It's stronger, the planks are wider, you have more foot space. The other thing that this does is this is the upgraded zero gravity system. So if I move this anti-slam friction hinge door here, if I push that out of the way, one of the concerns that people have with these steps is when they're dropping, aren't they going to fall down and hit me in the head? And with Montana, the answer is nope. No, they're not. They're not going to fall and hit you on the head because they're self-supporting. That's what's great about these. So I passed through this very quickly earlier, this huge front storage compartment. Like I said, you've got direct forced air heated compartment down here, in addition to the forced air heated underbelly that also has heated tank holding pads, standard on all big Montanas. And there's your little central vacuum dump over there. You saw the enclosed docking station on the other side. Oh my gosh, this just does so. And I tell you what, I didn't think I'd like it this much, but that creamy updated nose cap, good Lord, does that look good. I like this lighter, brighter look. You know, Montana is like the old guard of the business, but my God, do they have a young kid feel. They have just, these guys are so creative and aggressive and progressive. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you really look through the history of big fifth wheel production, the Montana series from Keystone is really one of the biggest trendsetters. Like, they're the most copied big fifth wheel on the market. Chances are, if somebody else builds big fifth wheels, they are copying Montana's floor plans from 1 or 2 years ago. Everybody's always playing catch up to Montana, and that's why they stay the #1, because they're always 1 or 2 years ahead of everybody else. Let's look inside and you'll see more of what I mean. They have just nailed it in here. This leaves nothing to be desired. They have done everything in here so well. So again, remember, the difference between the 3810 that we're standing in is that this has a gas electric traveling friendly refrigerator with an automatic backup in case of power loss with the gas side. It's still 18 cubic foot. The 3811 MS, it's the exact same RV except it has an 18 cubic foot electric only fridge right here. It might save you a couple bucks, but the first time you have to replace everything in your fridge because of power loss and because that electric-only refrigerator doesn't automatically kick over to anything else, you're going to be very sad, because those little inverters, they say that, the chassis battery, it'll power it for 24 or 48 hours. No, it won't. No, it won't. And I know that because when they first came out, Mr. Haylett camped in a big Jayco Pinnacle RV, and it had the big residential fridge because that was supposed to be the big deal. And on his first camping trip away, he had a seasonal site. He had it parked for 1 week. When he came back the next weekend, they had a power loss while he was gone, and he got to start his vacation by cleaning hamburger juice off of his refrigerator instead of just RVing. So I'll get off my soapbox on that. I'm not a big fan of the electric onlys, obviously. There's certain applications in which they're great. Towing RVs is not one of them. So like I said outside, dual whisper quiet 15,000 BTU air conditioners for a total of 30,000 BTUs of cooling power. If you really want to add a third air conditioner, you actually can up here, but that means that you sacrifice your kitchen ceiling vent fan, and I'm not a real big fan of that, especially when this thing already has awesome cooling and better cooling than most other brands in this class. So that ceiling fixture right there, the dinette, remember I said that they're like diesel pusher features in a towable RV, and no, I'm not using a trick camera lens. This is, remember, that double vaulted ceiling right here. So I've already talked about all the benefits of that. Now, I love the overhead accent lighting that is mounted just above that trim right there. You'll actually, you'll see that in a few areas of the RV, even as you start to go upstairs. It is the perfect night light. If you're trying to navigate the RV at night, like, I don't even care if you wake up or, like, let's just say you're away from the campsite for a while and you come back. That night light right there gives you awesome visibility to be able to navigate around without having to flip on a bunch of lights. Also very nice, again, for full-timers who maybe are work camping and you don't want to disturb your partner, but you need to get out of the RV in the morning or something. So your huge TV sits directly across for easy viewing from a pair of wall-hugging, heated, massaging power recliners over here. You have direct view entertainment, but you're not always sitting only in the theater seat, which is why Montana doesn't fix mount their TVs. This is on a big aggressive double swing out, so that whether you're on the rear sofa, if you're by the dinette where I'm at, even if you're really kind of in the kitchen, you can still basically see this thing. There's no bad seat in this house. The bigger, wider electric space heating fireplace has just become the huge thing this year. Everybody's gone to that because dang does it have a good look. This is a little bit wider, tri-fold sleeper sofa in the back. So it's not just good for grandkids. Two adults can sleep side by side on this without having to sleep, you know, nose to toes or butt to face to get through the night. Terrible visual there, obviously. But that's what you have to do in some brands. You don't have to do that in the Montana. Bigger, wider, but they still have the side stand. Hardwood tabletop even on the side here. Just like if you listen, you can do the wedding ring test on nicer materials and you can hear real wood fascia instead of just like MDF foam. There's nothing wrong necessarily with MDF foam. But ask 10 out of 10 people, would you like your RV to be built out of foam or wood? And they always go, well, wood, right? Yeah, and the answer is yeah, probably. You've got diesel pusher style roller shades here. Again, Montana was one of the very first to standardize that, and once you know it, everybody followed suit real fast. I also like the fact that we have power outlets on both sides of this sofa back here. So whether it's phone chargers or if you have guests and they have CPAP machines, they can also sleep comfortably. So your guests won't die in Montana. Hopefully that's never a concern regardless. We have 6.5 foot tall walk-in slide outs on the main deck of every Montana here at Haylett RV. The windows all open for ventilation too, including the what I call toothpick windows on the sofa side over here. So it's not just a slide side, but sofa side windows. And they're still giving you overhead storage here where so many brands are not. Don't get me wrong. No cabinet here means bigger windows, and I understand the benefit to that, but tell me how you don't have enough windows in this thing, and the answer is you obviously do. And with the extended upper deck, you've also got an extended big window up front. Now, the Montana dinette is a thing of beauty, and I feel it's an area where they are doing better than anyone else in this marketplace. Most of the time, this is a couple's coach. You don't need 4 chairs for 2 people, but if you have guests, that's where these twin fold-away chairs come into play. And if you review our website, you'll actually see where we took some pictures of this dinette set up in different configurations. But what I like about the Montana hideaway chairs is that they're self-supporting. They can stand up without falling because inevitably, one time you're going to let go of it and it's going to fall and ding up your wall panel. Well, that's not a concern here. And also, when they fold down, they look exactly like your chairs. So your guests don't have to feel like they're sitting at the kiddie table. Now, you don't always need all that, but when you need to, I've already extended the table. This table is actually telescopic. Let me try to slide this in here real quick. There you go. So this is really all you need most of the time for a couples camp situation. Like I said, very diesel pusher dinette. Now, when you have guests, it extends out like you saw earlier. Plus, you still have this. You know what? Why am I talking about it when I can just show you? Because it only takes one grab and a pull. Pull this out, and bang. Now we've got a true four-person situation right here. Now, when you are going to do some work camping or you need some storage access, this has got a strut to help lift that so you don't have to juggle it open with your head. So you've got a dinette, you've got a desk, you've got an entertainment space, and you've got your built-in power plugs over here with both USB and household plugs. So it doesn't matter if you're charging your phones, a tablet, a lamp, anything, a computer, a laptop, you can do all of that here. Here's another little neat thing too, the chair buddy. This is something that I often forget to talk about. That little guy right there, that little silly thing nobody ever talks about. All it takes is that to keep your chairs from wobbling around in transit. So if it is just the two of you and you want to pack up and go real quick, you don't have to go to the extent of getting on your hands and knees and buckling these things down like pilgrim boots. You don't have to do that. You flop down the chair, buddy, and you're done. I failed to talk about that. I don't know if I've ever talked about that before. I failed to talk about that all the time, and I think it's one of the coolest facets of this RV. It's so simple. But it's that day-to-day little stuff. You know, like when you start living with your spouse or significant other or whatnot, you start asking each other, well, how do you squeeze the toothpaste out of the tube? Because that's the stuff that annoys you. Well, that little chair buddy, that's the stuff that annoys you over time. Hey, oh God, we gotta strap down the chairs again. No, you don't. It's just so smart. All right, I'm gonna get off the chair buddy thing. I like that, obviously. So all solid surface countertops here. All kinds of great prep space. There's kitchen outlets everywhere. There's outlets in the slide. There's outlets on the island. There's a pair of them there. There's outlets on that little welcome home bureau, you know. So coffee makers, blenders, all that stuff. You got room for everything everywhere. I like this big pantry built right into the slide out here. Dedicated light inside. You've got all kinds of storage space right there in that slide out. Now as we move over here, they even put an extra drawer under the oven. So you've got 5 drawers in the slide right there. We're not even done. You've got a residential style sealed burner stovetop also. So you don't have to like pick up the big heavy black tray and clean under it because everything is right on the surface, just like it is in new home construction. Convection microwave, and somebody at Montana drinks wine because that wine rack is built so that the bottle stays tilted and keeps the cork wet. Somebody at Montana understands wine. Now, there is more storage over here, including an additional pair of drawers, which having drawers right on the island, right next to your sink and prep space is so smart. You've got a dual basin sink, but it's a big stainless recessed sink with those flush mount countertops. But I specifically wanted to leave this one big basin open, so when you're doing the bulk of your prep work and stuff, you're good to go. But you've also got one, like, I want to say the small sink, but that's a normal sink there. This is just a giant farmhouse sink. It's kind of funny. And dedicated wastebasket space never seems to offend anybody right in the island there. Additional storage space over here. I mean, just cabinets upon cabinets. Although those lower cabinets, there's a very easily missed feature down there. If you look down here, you see that little black box. Well, what that is this is the location of your central vacuum. If you're going to really use the central vacuum, you use that guy. But if you're just brooming it up, you can use this toe kick. You flip that up, and it activates the central vacuum, and it's a suction point. So if you just quick sweep up the floor and dust it in there, you collected the dirt. You're not trying to flip it out the door onto your campsite. It's just another one of those simpler, easy features Montana puts in. Not every central vacuum has that. And yes, this is real tile. But this living room has been done to death. Chances are you've seen this living room before. I do like the inclusion of a coat closet right when you walk in the door. That is a smart feature. But you've seen this living room to death. It's upstairs. It's the upper deck that makes this one sing. And you can tell it's huge because we have this extended giant viewing window right here. When you walk up, first of all, I love their bathroom door. It just kind of melts away. But then you walk into this huge monstrosity of a bathroom space. So, I mean, it's so impressive. You've got this one-piece fiberglass superior reinforcement shower that is extremely tall, plus the vaulted ceiling and skylight help that. You've got floor-to-ceiling dedicated linen storage below an additional max air vent fan just like that you have in the kitchen. The solid surface, oh, and floor space. You can actually stand in here and get dressed, and you can cut this off right here. There is a privacy door right here to just enclose the bathroom, because right now I'm standing in what is effectively a second hallway, but we'll get there in a minute. Seating area for bathing, additional storage below the sink, and that is wide open. And additionally, solid surface countertops that match the kitchen. And this is actually a one-piece molded fixture. There's no seams right here. So this looks like, oh, is that a plastic sink? No, it's all solid surface. And that huge medicine cabinet right there. Well, here, I mean, I'm talking about it, then I'm not even showing you guys. There you have it. Big old double-decker. Now, oh, buddy, look at this. I don't even know which way to go about attacking this. This is huge. I love that extra skylight right there. That is smart. I just kind of keyed into that as we were standing here. You've got this pure storage thing here. So by giving this front bedroom a front windshield that you see up front here, and that cool like front sofa sitting bench that oh man, I've got a migraine or I want to read a book and I need some quiet time. That thing, they had to kill the closet, so they moved the closet. Now, I like how you've got that CPAP stand with outlet right there. We've got the dual dresser drawers, and if you choose to add a washer dryer, this is actually where your washer dryer hookups are. Now, this is a floor plan that is much better to see in person. Walking through it with a video camera like this, the angles are kind of awkward, and I really have a hard time doing it justice, guys. But this is fantastic. This is a massive storage space right here with, like I said, dresser space below. But here's a very fair question. You look at me and say, well, I want a washer and dryer, but I still need closet space. Now what do? And the answer is turn around. Montana, they got you covered. They've been doing this better, longer, stronger than just about anybody out there. I enjoy this split difference between the open utility shelf space right here for quick access stuff, and then the segmented privatized quadruple drawers that we have right here for more personal items, socks, underwear, whatever, you know, what have you. Like I said, I lament the fact that I can't do this hallway justice with a video camera. When you walk through it though, guys, I am highly encouraging you to get off the computer, give us a call, visit us here at Haylett RV in Coldwater, Michigan to make sure we have one in stock and walk through this thing, because it is just a dynamite knockout. Now, most Montanas, well, all Montanas, even the high countries, have a swing-out bedroom television. And it's neat, but it doesn't really need to be there. But this floor plan with that front sofa lounge, this is where it needs to be there. So whether it's game day or if you and your spouse just don't like the same entertainment, you know, I love my wife, but I like very weird TV. She does not, and I understand that. I respect that. I've got weird interests. I'm a weird guy. One of us can come up here and watch whatever weird entertainment we want, while the other one watches whatever they want in the living room or outside or whatever. It's a true 3-zone entertainment. Now you've got the dual plugs up in the nose cap here, so if you do want to sit there and read off your iPad or whatever, you're good. Even additional plugs right in the slide box as you see there. Now this is a 70 by 80 True King. There is a little lift of storage under it, not that I think you're really going to need it. And this is where that Whisper Quiet AC and the double ceiling vault really come into play. This is the most important area for quiet, cool air conditioning, because you're only like 4 feet away from the air conditioner when you sleep. When that compressor kicks in, anyone who's ever lived in an RV or just even stayed a night in one when the AC kicks on, dang it, it's loud. Well, now you just don't have to deal. It's 70 to 90% quieter up here. It's a huge difference. And you do have a front privacy nightshade up here, just in case you were curious, so that, no one's peeking at you. There's also storage below that bench, too, so they didn't waste that either. This thing is awesome. I mean, this is just absolutely awesome, what they have done and accomplished here. But, again, this is from the same team that brought us the 3820 front kitchen that was Montana's #1 seller, and no one else has come near to copying the success of that. No one else is going to come near to copying the success of this, because at the end of the day, do you want the photocopy or do you want the original? Because this is the original document, ladies and gentlemen, the real McCoy. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.